This is an InfoBlips Podcast Network production.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Weekly Wrap-Up with John and Yancey. My name is John Haynes, and I'm here with my co-host and friend, Yancey Seals.
What up, everybody, man? It is chilly in Las Vegas, man. I got a sweatshirt on my head. It's chilly, man. What's up, John?
Hey, man, nothing much. It's cold out here, too. I'm telling you, it's not chilly. It's cold. I mean, it was 17 degrees this morning, man. I'm like, yeah, that ain't chilly. That's cold.
I tell you.
One thing I do want to talk about also, man, is Netanyahu and Israel's stance on Gaza. And I was listening to it this morning, man, and it even got me even more mad. There was a teenager that was killed over in the West Bank. He's from New Orleans, and he was over in the West Bank, and he was shot by I hate to say IDF. It was by the Israeli army, and they were saying it was a civilian in the Israeli army. But then they were what the report said was that they were throwing rocks. However, the father said he pulled his son's body out of a truck, and they had bullet holes in the back of the windshield of the truck. And I'm like, wow. If they were throwing rocks, they were actually going away from wherever they was being shot from. But again, this is what's happening over in Gaza. And we just turning our eyes to, but the father said that he holds America responsible for continuing to support Israel, sending weapons to Israel. And I think that's just totally insane.
Hey, man, it's nuts. And I've said a lot of I'm gonna say about Israel and the crookedness of Netanyahu. I don't know what else I can say. If I start saying anything else, I'm gonna start cussing. And because the dude is no good, man. He is just no good, and people are just putting too much stock in his character. He showed you who he was. He showed you exactly who he was. He told you what he's going to do.
Well, he's been saying it, and my really frustration is that the United States is continuing to support Israel even after he told Biden that he wasn't going to do a two-state solution. He doesn't care. That he's interested in a Israeli state from the mountains to the sea, and that's basically covers all of the area of Palestine. And he doesn't care whether he commits atrocious crimes against America or crimes against the not crimes against America, international crimes. Okay, and he doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He is here to kill, steal, and destroy, and that is what he's here to do.
I totally agree, 100%. The dude is
okay. Okay, yeah. I mean and then we actually, like I said, I was saying before, if those of you who are Christians out here, and then you say you test everything by the Spirit, and if that's what you believe, then when you see that Israel is killing, stealing, and destroying, what do you think the spirit that's guiding them is? And that's the question I have.
That's kind of like a trick question, huh?
No, well, I'm serious though, man. Think about it. I mean, I was thinking about this and I was looking at it, and I have a couple of clips I wasn't going to play, but I was going to. But the thing is this, I was thinking about this and I was like, okay, so I was always taught, and I've always taught, was the enemy is here to kill, steal, and destroy. Then Israel, what are they doing? They're killing all the Palestinians. They want to kill all the Palestinians. They're stealing their future, and they've totally destroyed Gaza. I mean, you look at the clips from Gaza, and it's just rubble. And then they keep calling this a war. Yancey, for a war, you got to have two armies, okay? Two armies fighting each other. Why do you think you never hear of the Israeli planes being shot down as they do their runs across Gaza or anything like that? Because they're not fighting against an army, man. They're fighting against a ragtag bunch of guys who throw rocks and maybe shoot off a couple of things that land inside of Israel, but not even in the populated area. And yeah, October 7th was horrible. But that was, what else have they done in the last, I don't understand how we as Americans can continue to take a blind eye to this. I mean, everybody around the world, and I have clips to show, everybody around the world is saying that they want Israel to stop, stop the bombing, stop the killing of innocent people. 24,000 people killed, 10,000 people, 10,000 of them are children. I was just listening this morning to the news. They just attacked a university. I mean, what are we doing?
We got to stop. We got to stop sending them money. And that, you know what? If you run and make people stand and take notice what you're talking about, stop funding them. Stop. And I bet they'll stop. They'll change their position there. Stop giving Israel fucking money. Fuck Israel. Simple as that.
You said you was going to. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. I mean, like you said, honestly, I agree. Look, we keep sending them money. Netanyahu says the prime minister should have the right to say no to the United States, even to their closest friends. I agree with that. And then we, as the United States, have the right to say, no, we're not sending you any more money. Okay. Right. That's simple. Right. And it's not going to hurt. And they'll go, but it's not hurting the people. It will not hurt the people of Israel at all. Yeah. Because all we're sending them is military stuff.
Right. The thing about it is that the stockholders in the United States, who are the goddamn taxpayers, the majority of them they want that defunded anyway. The majority of people want that defunded. I'm talking about sending funds over to Israel. They don't want to see that. They're tired of it. It's a waste of money. You're throwing money into a bad situation, into a situation that can get rectified, or into a situation that they want that no other party, the world wants to see. The world wants to see peace in that region.
Yeah,
they don't want that.
They don't want the war. And then and what's happening is, and like you've said it on the show several times, that Netanyahu is attempting to drag us into a wider war in the Middle East. And that's exactly what's happening. Okay, we are we're bombing Libya, look, wait a minute, stop, guys, hold on. You can't be dropping on me. Yeah, well, they're interrupting with commerce in the Red Sea. I get that. But the reason why they're doing that is because they want Israel to stop bombing Gaza. Right, and if that stops, then that's going to wind up stopping too. But if we keep up, we'll wind up in a third world war, a third world war, period.
So here's my question. Does the United States have some type of skin in the game to, other than our money that we send over there, to make or push Israel to stop this thing? If the answer is no to that, we need to stop hollering out at Joe Biden, you ain't doing enough, because there's nothing we can do but not send them damn money. It's not our business. It's their business. They need to do that. It's Israel, not us. So
it is Israel's fault.
The goddamn White House protesting the United States for us to go do something about what's going on in another foreign country.
And there you go. I mean, like you said, that's it. It is Israel's responsibility. What happens if somebody, God forbid, would attack the United States? Who's going to come behind us and help us? Okay, is Israel going to help the United States? I think not. I mean, they'll find a reason to, well, that's over there, it's their responsibility. Again, we're bigger, we have more weapons and everything like that. But the bottom line is, I didn't see Israel sending us much help actually in 9/11. I don't see Israel sending us a lot of help, period. But I see us continually sending billions, trillions of dollars over there. For what reason? What are we getting in return? Okay, so yeah, they have the Mossad and we're getting information from them. Basically, Israel is acting like a military base in the Middle East, okay? And that's what we're using it as. But they continue to do things that we do not, that is not in our United States' best interest.
Right. Right. Absolutely. So yeah, it's time to
Anyway.
cut fish. Or what is that? What's that term? Cut bait or fish or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Fisher cut bait. There you go.
Yeah, cut bait.
Fisher cut bait. Crap and get off the pot. Yeah, yeah. Hey, did you watch the ball game yesterday, man?
You know, I actually did. And my team did win, which is the 49ers. No, 49ers didn't play yesterday. That
No.
night before.
Yeah.
My team lost. My team did lose. I'm not a Kansas City
Chiefs.
Chief fan. I think he's an excellent quarterback, but I'm just not in his ball camp yet. But
I mean,
but
neither one of them, I don't care. I wanted to see a good game, and it was a really good game. Yeah, I really like that. I think that I forget that they made a lot of mistakes though toward the end. A lot of coaching call mistakes at the end.
At a minute and 50 seconds left to go, he throws a pass in the middle of the field, and it was intercepted. Yeah, that's your position. You on the outside. You need to call time. Get out.
You know, when I saw him drop back, I was like, "What are you doing?" He threw the ball.
Drop back, but you can't throw the ball in the middle of the field.
No,
there's no way to get out of bounds.
And the guy has an arm too. I don't know why he didn't just, if you're gonna throw it, throw it. Go out there, go in. But I don't know. But they lost, and the Kansas City Chiefs will be going back to what is it, the championship game next week, right? They play who? The Ravens. Yeah. I thought you said the Raiders for a minute. I was like, are you on drugs?
Yes, I'm on drugs. But hey, shout out to the Ravens. They actually gave Anton whatever his name the job.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. So how you think that's gonna work out, man?
I'm hoping it works out well for him. Give the man some time. Don't walk in and say, "Oh, you didn't do it the first season, got to get rid of you." Give him some time. Build the relationship. Build those relationships. And that's the problem with a lot of teams have. For instance, tell me why does a let's say like a Kansas City, a Patriots, why are they always at the top of the list every single year? Because they build teams long term. They don't build teams short term. It's a long term.
Yeah, it's a process. Yeah, and they understand that they don't start firing head coaches. Yeah, they don't start firing head coaches because they didn't win that season or something. Yeah,
right. You don't do that. You build a team.
You have to build a consensus, and then you, like you said, you build a team, and then you build the fans come around behind you and everything. I'm just waiting for the Raiders to do something, man. I mean, I would really like them to win a championship again, but that's a little ways out. But still, it would be nice.
Raiders are going to invest in a quarterback and also a running back. That's where I feel that they really need their help right now. Quarterback and a running back. Now, I'm not saying get rid of Daniels. I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong. But you need to have somebody waiting in the wings in the event that he gets hurt. He's a good quarterback. Keep him, grow him out, growing, and he'll be good. But you got to have a backup for him, and you don't have anybody coming out of the backfield at all.
No. I hope they get it together. I really do. I want to give some shout outs, man. People who have been hitting me back up on Facebook and getting into conversations with me, which is really cool. Is Darren Scott, Leland Sparks, Tim Jacobs, and Cleophas Board. I mean, man, we've gotten into some serious conversations on Facebook. And matter of fact, you posted something the other day, Yancey. Just yesterday. What did you post?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I post stuff all the time. Which one are you speaking about?
What was the last thing you posted? I think about was it about Israel or was it about something that you did? I got to go back and look. It was, I think, one of the last things you posted. But more importantly, you wrote a bill or something that could be used as a base of a bill, right?
Oh yeah.
Why don't you explain to our viewers what you did?
Yeah, it's what I did. This is only my version. Whether it's something that can be used or not, I don't know. I have a plan to alleviate or get rid of the south border issues or the border issues that we're faced with, and that is this: Simple as this, real simple. I'm gonna paraphrase this thing. If boys from 18 to 34, in order for you guys to come to military, come into the United States and to start your process to become citizens, you must commit to 3 years of military service. 3 years of military service. That means after 3 years, and you haven't had any issues, no problem, nothing at all, no Article 15, nothing that's going to cause serious problems. Now you are now can be fast tracked into citizenship. You take some courses, you understand the process, how to walk, talk, chew, become an American citizen, and then you become a citizen.
How to salute
Women
the
can do that
flag.
if they want to. That women is optional, but men it's mandatory for you to become. You want to come in, fine, but you guess what you got to do first. If you don't want to do that, get your hell away.
And Yancey's being diplomatic, but I say women who are not mothers, who don't have a mother or child, it should go too, because I just think that I believe in equality, and I believe in not so as far as
I just usually think of the draft. Women can't be drafted. They don't have to apply for the draft.
yet.
But men do. But men do. So I just
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You were right,
yeah.
but I would open it up to. Yeah, but no, I think that would solve. I think that would resolve. I think that's a serious. I mean, we say things in jest, and this is not a joke. I think this will resolve a lot of the problem at the southern border, because the people who are just coming here to cause trouble or just coming here to hang out and get free money will not be doing that. I mean, even though they'll listen, see, this is like the reason why I think this is so well is because if you're coming here to get more money because you're not getting paid, you'll get paid. If you're coming here to get a place to sleep because you need a safe place to sleep, you'll have a place to sleep. If you're coming here because you don't have food, you can't get food, they'll give you food. I mean, and they're going to give you training, so then you have a skill, so I mean, and clothing. So it's a win-win. To me, it's a win-win. I mean, I'm not even joking about this. It's a win-win, and then you prove to the country that, hey, yeah, you know what? I'm willing to put my life on the line because I want to be American that bad. Okay. And if you do that, I agree. Then, okay, yeah, then you should be able to be on the fast track to be an American citizen. Now, if you don't want to do all these things, then stay where you are. And if we catch you over here, we send you right back. You get deported. We're not going to put you in jail and protect you. I mean, eat you and feed you and house you. We send your ass back up to the southern border and drop you off. And if and that's about it. I mean, I think that would help resolve a lot of the issues we have at the southern border. What do you think? What do you listeners think? What do you listeners think? Send us an email or send us a comment. Let us know what you think about this, because I really think this is viable. I think this is a good suggestion, and Yancey brought this up a month or so ago, and I think this is an excellent suggestion. And we'll want to know what you guys think.
United States, it gives the ability to build our military back up again, right? Because right now the military is kind of small because people are not going to the military anymore. So hey, you want to be a citizen? No problem. You got to go 3 years. Give us 3 years. 3 years is your commitment. That's it. After 3 years, pick the courses and you become a citizen.
And that would be, to me, that's responsible. That's being responsible. You're not sleeping on the streets. You're not in a tent city. You're not, we're there. We're housing you, giving you education and everything. So I think that they should look, I think your congressperson, you send it to, I think they should really look at that. We should start some type of petition. That's what I was searching for. We should start some kind of petition and say, yes, that we support this as the grassroots people. We support this, or at least look at it, or at least consider it. Because right now you have done more than what most of our Congress people have done. None of them have. They have done nothing. They have nothing. They have nothing, and they're talking about, we're coming close to a solution to the border problem. You know what that means? That means they're going to throw some more money at it. They're not going to make any movements. They're going to just throw some more money at it, and then it's going to be the same in the next 4 years. When they go to, elect the president again, it's going to be do the same thing. The southern border.
Put more guards out there. Put more guards out there. Put more people, more judges out there to get things moving and flowing. Is all you gotta do is that process. You do that. I think it'll come to an end. You'll see a lot of that border issue start to decline.
It will. It'll start to dwindle, and everybody be like, "Well, what happened?" Be like, "Yeah, here we go." And then you can thank Yancey Seals for that. It should be called the Yancey Seals law. Yeah, like you said, you rubbing your hands together. Yeah, money, 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 money.
Send me
But
a
no,
dollar.
I know, there you go. But on the serious side, like again, and we say a lot of things unjust, but that's serious. That is very, very serious. And I think we should actually, I'm gonna attempt to put together some type of petition if I can do it. Depends on how it works, and not to look at all the laws and all that kind of good stuff to see whether or not we can do that, and then pass the petition around, and then you'll see it. You guys sign a petition. This is nothing bad. This is nothing. You should be able to put your name to the bottom of this because it's just something that a suggestion.
That's all.
That's the way I see it, man. Oh, and in case people don't remember, COVID is coming back. I mean, not coming back, but it's the uprising, the increase. There's an increase. I was at the hospital with my wife's rehab thing the other day, cardiac rehab, and she graduated from the class. Yay! And the thing is, man, is that everybody in there is wearing masks again, and they're asking people to voluntarily wear masks. I mean, I wore mine. I have my N95, but I wore mine, and my wife wore hers because it is not just that RSV. This is a what do you call this? Response of people to help the people. We're trying to help you. Basically, it is a situation where you might want to look at wearing your mask again, or you buy the N95s and put them on. Because if you go into a hospital situation right now, you hear a lot of people coughing, you see a lot of stuff, especially if you're in an emergency room. Dear God, you need to wear gloves and N95. But it is on the uprise, and there have been hospitalizations. They're not shutting anything down this time because they don't want this is election year, and no one's going to touch that. But
I don't think there's a need to shut it down. We already
no,
identified. We know what the processes are. We know what it takes in order to combat it. It's like getting a cold. It's like getting the flu at this point. That's all it is. Get the damn shot. Don't quit being stupid. Get the
it's
shot.
the jab. And here's the thing, man. The reason why we shut it down last time, we didn't know what we were fighting against. They had no idea what they was fighting against. So that is, and it's really interesting because I just went through a class on that, and one of the actual procedures is to shut things down so you don't know what you're fighting against.
Right.
And if it's something that's going to really kill people off real quick, like the plague or something like that, and you still have everything open, you just signed a death warrant to most of your people in that state. So now that, like you said, now that we know what's happening, we know we got to get the jab. It's not I got them. I mean, I'm still here. I ain't got a third arm run on my neck and all that kind of good stuff. Everybody was saying it would happen to you. My wife got it too. I mean, everybody in my family actually got it. So even my brother got it. So I mean, come on, guys. Make sure you do the responsible thing.
Yeah, people say I got the shot and I knew I shouldn't have got it. Now my brain is on my face is magnetized. And this lady put a pin and she tried to stick a pin on so it can see. See, it's magnetized. See, it's holding up there.
I know. Hold your face up straight. Hold your face up straight and watch that thing drop. I mean, and this is the thing. There's a lot of conspiracy theories running around there that they put this stuff in it. They put something in it to control you. And I'm looking at people going, listen to them. Do you really understand that they wanted to control you? They wouldn't put it in. They wouldn't have a jab that they would put it in. They just put it in your food, man. They would spray it on you along the, in your sky when while you're sleeping, they just come along and spray it on the air. It's not like, I mean, come on, why would they tell you that, oh, get the jab? No, it's not that. So those conspiracy people, man, I'm just kind of like, y'all need to just stop, just completely stop. And that way, people can be healthy but again, like I said to somebody else, this is wrong, but like I tell somebody else, okay, look, here's the thing. If you don't want to get the people who don't get it, they get sick and they succumb to it. Oh well.
Absolutely, 100%. I totally agree, man. And I don't get it, man. I get it and I don't get it because there's this distrust against the government. People
Well, yeah.
really just do not trust the government, and I understand why. don't get me wrong. I understand why they don't trust them now. I'm not no idiot. You can call me an idiot, but I'm really not one. But I know why I don't trust government. They're too shifty. They're shifty. I'm not gonna say that they're shifty. Government says they're not good people. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you, bro, I do not trust the government. But I'll say this on camera. I do not trust the government. I trust science. Okay.
Yeah.
I do trust science. I have a degree in science. I trust science because science is a little bit different than what most everything else is. You got to prove your point. Say for instance, you have a solution. You put a white paper out making that solution, and everybody in that community attacks your solution. All right, to try to prove it wrong. And if they can't prove it wrong, and if you can reduplicate it, then yes, there you go. It's a solution. You know, so how can you say, oh, well, I don't trust that. But I trust drinking bleach. You know, I don't trust that.
Burn all that out of there.
I mean, you know,
never heard in my life.
But then this guy was the leader of the United States when he said that, you know.
Hold on. So DeSantis said he is far superior than Biden. Far superior than Biden.
You know, look, here's what I can say about Biden. Okay. First off, let's let everybody just make it plain and clear. The economy is doing great. Okay, the economy is doing wonderful. We're better than any other country right now. The United States is doing the best. Okay, that went through the pandemic. I can say, but they're saying that Biden is too old. Is Biden old? Yes, he is. However, with age comes wisdom, and a lot of the people that are there, he knows how to politic, to make it a better word. He knows how to be a diplomat. He knows how to talk to people. He's gotten, bills passed that would not have gotten passed, I believe, if it wouldn't have been for him. Because both sides of the aisle voted on him, and they voted to approve it. So, I mean, I think that sometimes, yeah, you need a young person. You need people that's, running around, high energy, but you also need people to think. You need people who know how to manipulate the system and how to work the system and how the system works in order to get things completed and get things done. And that's what Joe Biden does. I mean, he's doing real well at it. People don't think about that, but wait till the Republicans, I love them because they like to stand behind when he gets like, we're opening up a company to make to build a bridge or to increase a bridge. They're standing by there with their shovel smiling, but when you come about, did you guys support that? Well, no, we voted against it, but still, and you're talking thousands of jobs. You're talking thousands of jobs. You're talking, people making more money. You're talking union jobs at that. I mean, but when it comes down to supporting that, they're going to say no, they're not going to support it, simply because it looks bad to their base. While their base is making money, it doesn't look bad. See?
Yeah. Well, the thing about the age issue is it doesn't even start the engine, because Trump is 79 years old. And something they're only 2 years of two or 3 years apart.
3 years apart. 2-3 years apart.
I would take, again, I said before, I'll take Biden to be 100 years old, and I'll take him any day, twice on Sunday, before I take Trump any damn day. Trump is an idiot. He is a complete and total idiot. And anybody who votes for him is a damn idiot too. Sorry.
Yeah, I have to say, after
he's gonna be convicted, he's a rapist. Why would you want this idiot back in the damn office? He's a fucking idiot.
And I'm tired of them saying former President Trump. He is a indicted defendant Trump. Okay,
that's what he is.
He's a criminal defendant Trump. He's not the former President Trump. He was, but it's not where he is now. He's a criminal defendant. Basically, the bottom line
has mind melded these people. This lie for the last 4 years. He's been drilling it and then buying it, and he's been drilling it, and they They believe every damn thing he tells them. The whole 4 years he's been telling this lie, and he is good at it.
Oh,
Oh,
he's excellent. He is
oh,
excellent at it. He is.
he's there to confuse. He's there to create a lie. Who else does that shit? He's there to bring confusion.
Confusion. He's there to kill, steal, and destroy. He's there. I mean, that you have to look at what's going on right now, man. And you have to. I mean, Donald Trump says that I'll be a dictator on the first day, so I can drill. The United States is pumping more oil out than any other country, period, right now. Okay, we're exporting more oil than anybody else right now. So what more are you going to drill? For what purpose? It's just something to say.
I know
It's just something to say.
Right, something stupid to say. Doesn't make no sense. Are you gonna make me a emperor for a day? Man, you wouldn't get those reins back. I'm not giving back up.
I mean, like, it's just like the genie. When you have the genie on the bottle, what's your first wish? Unlimited amount of wishes. I mean, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. How you can have power for one day, you rule everything. Okay, the first rule is that I continue to have power forever. Okay, and then we'll go on to everything else, which is exactly what he will be doing. I don't know. I don't know, man. What else you got on the docket, man? Besides, Trump. I mean, like you said, there's two things. There's Trump, and then there's Israel. Is there anything else happening in the United States?
Oh, by the way, I heard in the news just this morning that Trump's E.G. Carroll case was postponed because Trump lawyers said they had the COVID.
Oh, come on.
Judge didn't believe him. Okay. Judge said, okay, I tell you what, tomorrow you guys come in and take this COVID test. And you better come up.
They're going to be going out trying to get COVID. They're spitting here. They're going to be trying to get COVID, man. I mean, I'm like, come on, man. Are you serious? No, I mean, see,
I don't believe him either. I don't believe him.
It's just, and as far as I'm concerned is, okay. So what? Don't you have somebody can back you up? I mean, they're not, if you understand law, these guys represent a huge law firm. These people represent huge law firms. They're not the only lawyer, So if you're sick, all right, who's your replacement? You don't have one, then you better find one by tomorrow. I mean,
besides, the case is over anyway. I mean, you're already guilty. Just tell the dude what he's gonna pay additionally, and get done with this.
See, and that's the thing, and it's like we're litigating the case, and the case is over. We're just looking at how much money he's got to pay. He's already been found guilty of operating a criminal, operation within the state of New York, falsely operating his business in the state of New York. I mean, he's already been convicted of that. Now it's just how much money you're going to pay. I mean, and then the E.G. Carroll thing.
Yeah, he's been convicted of that already. The E.G. Carroll thing. She won a $5 million settlement because he'd be convicted of sexually assaulting her in a dressing room.
Sexually assaulting her.
Yeah.
Think about this. You want the president of the United States who was found guilty on sexually assaulting a woman in a dressing room. Okay. I mean, and they're all saying, oh, that's just a bunch of lies. He was found guilty. Do you believe in the system?
I know it's a lie. Yeah. You weren't there.
I mean, and he's found this, it's our system of justice. He was found guilty in our system of justice. So you're saying that you don't believe the system of justice, then they should be opening up the jails. Open up the jail cell, let everybody out.
But that's the one we have. I don't believe in the system of justice, but that's the one we have. That's
the one we have. But that's one we have. That's the one we operate by. Those are the rules of the game. I mean, so either you play by the rules of the game or you don't play. So my thing is that what they giving this guy a lot of leadway, man, and with the attempt to trying to be fair, it's like they didn't want to kick him out of the courtroom because it gives him exactly what he wants, so he can go in front of his crowd and say, "Look what they've done to me. They're stifling me. They're doing this. Look what they're doing." He's playing a victim role, which is pathetic. You want somebody to run the United States that's playing a victim role? Really? Come on, man. I look at this and like, you talking about low energy, you talking about weak. That's low energy and weak. I'm a victim. Look what they're doing to me. Biden,
Here's,
look what they're.
here's what it did is that they said they had COVID, but they said they'll resume tomorrow, which is the first day of the New Hampshire caucuses or vote, wherever the case may be. So all he uses as straight publicity. Oh, I had to go to court. You guys know you saw me in court. He wouldn't. It's a mess. They're just doing us wrong. He's using everything he can as a some type of a marketing scheme ploy for his own stupidity. So
Well, it is. It is basically. It is his all of the time he goes to court. It's nothing but a campaign thing. They're going to use all of that. He couldn't be here and he couldn't be here because he had to be in court. And it wasn't necessarily for him to be there. He didn't have to be there. And what I think the three places he didn't have to be in court, but he decided to
yeah,
go there because it's good for the campaign, or because he really just don't have the energy to go out there and campaign.
that's what it is. That he has no policies. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He doesn't know anything. And I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet if he does not win, if he wins the nomination, that he will not debate Biden.
Let's get the how can they even choose a nominee who refuses to debate? He won't even debate against Nikki Haley, but he wouldn't debate against DeSantis, which who cares? But he won't even debate Nikki. How can you be the nominee without a debate? How can you be elected president without a debate? So people know what you're talking about.
And
You
you
know,
don't even know your position. What's your stance? What's your policy?
I don't think
MAGA? Total
I don't
retribution is my position.
I don't think he could focus long enough to do that. They give him 30-second sound bites, say this, and then say this. And he comes out and he says that, and everybody takes it and they run with it. All the news channels take it and they run with it. And they Trump said this, Trump said that. And it's just a 30-second soundbite. Now he goes on the campaign trail and he says the same exact thing he said at the last place. Retribution, they're after me. I'm putting myself in the middle. They're after me, and so that way they won't come after you. This one woman compared him to Jesus. And I'm like, I can't. I just can't. And again, people need to stop taking this as a joke because it's serious. People believe this stuff. They believe that he is like Jesus to them,
I'm
that
gonna tell
he
you
they
guys. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna go on record right now. If it's a fight between Biden and Trump, and if Biden wins, all hell is going to break loose in these United States of America.
well, yeah, and see, it should be played this way. If Trump wins, all hell should break loose in these
Good.
United States.
You would think it would, but it's not gonna happen because we can say, okay,
No.
well, he won fair and square. Give up all. Hey, he won. Leave it alone. That's what we do.
And that's what we don't have the urgency, nor do we have the intestinal fortitude to fight for what we think is right.
See, John said that just right. He said that the way he spoke, a host of a show is supposed to say. Now, I'm gonna say what Ed McMahon would say. We ain't got the goddamn balls.
We don't. Hey, you can say, I mean, the freaking woman, I forget her name, in Congress said you don't have the balls to come out here and went, whoa, wait a minute. This is on CNN. I mean, on this is on TV, woman. I mean, I just come on, but yeah, he doesn't. And we all know that. We don't have the balls to go out and say, hey, look, this is what we have to be able to fight for our democracy. And if you don't, then the people who will fight to have an autocracy will take us over.
I got to employ the young people to get out there and do this. I'm 60 something years old. I'm on this part of life. And I still got some
Yeah.
fighting. I ain't gonna say I ain't got no fight in me, but I'm gonna go do what I can do as a 60 something year old person. That's all
Let me put it like this. I'm not gonna be on the front line, but I'll be Overwatch. I mean, the front line is for the young people to go out there and do what they have to do, and we can be on Overwatch, because you don't want to be we're not, that's not our age group no more. That's not what we do anymore. We are the ones that hang back and organize and do all that kind of stuff. I mean, but it is up to the young people to come out. If and I'm telling you, if Trump wins and if there's chaos in the streets, I'm not gonna you see me on here supporting the chaos in the street.
Yeah. So yeah.
I hate to say it that way, but that's the way I feel about it. Yeah, what else we got, man? What else we got on the docket?
Hey, I don't have anything. That's about it. All I have. Yeah. We got it all.
So guys, I mean, we went through a lot of things. We went through a lot of information as usual. The serious part about it, this is part what we call John and Yancey's corner. This is the serious part of it, okay? Basically, make sure you're registered to vote, okay? Go out and vote locally. Know who the people are in your town, in your city, that are running for the mayor, that are running for congressperson, that are running for representative, that's running for your school board, and your city council. Know who those people are and vote accordingly. Okay, this is very serious and it's very simple. You hear me and Yancey talking about things that are, worldly, things that happens all in the United States. Your part, our part is to act locally. And we used to always say this before: act locally, think globally, but act locally. All right. It's very serious. Make sure you're registered. And if you need to know how to register, drop a comment. We'll tell you. I'll give you a website. I'll even send to a person that will go to your house. Okay. If you don't know who the people are, if you send me a link, if you send me a message saying, I don't know who these people are in my area, let me know where your area is, what city you're in, what state you're in, and I'll send you the information you need to have. Very serious, because this is a serious election this year. And if we act locally and we control the local governments, the larger governments will take care of themselves. Because and that's what I'm saying. That's your TSA for today. Public service announcement for today.
Just to try to amplify that, and John's absolutely correct. We have to stop thinking that way. We need to think locally vote. Think where you are. You are nested here when you're in your state, community, city, whatever case. Think that location. Don't think Washington. Think where you are, and that's where you vote, because that's what's going to affect you personally. So think that route. And I just want to take this opportunity in our corners to say, I want to take this opportunity to say, a good friend of ours, Chris Adams, just lost his mother just a couple of days ago. And I just want to say our prayers and thoughts goes out to this brother as they move into this grieving process. And that's a difficult process for some people. For a lot of people it is. And I just trust and know that God will hold and hold his family together during this process. So heads up to Chris Adams and his family.
Thank you. Chris is a real good friend, and Mrs. Adams was a wonderful woman. And we remember everybody at Centown, Miss Adams. But yeah, I agree with you, and thank you. I didn't know whether he wanted us to mention that or not, but yeah, Chris is a great guy, and Miss Adams is a wonderful woman, and so he did lose his mom. And again, our condolences, our heartfelt condolences. And with that said, love your people. Love your family, man. Love your family. Love them. Love on them. Kiss them. Hug them. All right, man. That's all we got for today. Then that is it for the weekly wrap up with John and Yancey. We thank you guys for listening. Remember, it's very important. Leave the comments. Leave the information. Think locally. Act global. Think Think globally, think local, act locally, think globally. Okay. Act locally, think globally. All right. All right, guys, that's about it for us. And we thank you very much for listening. We'll talk to you next week. Peace.